In this video, we'll show you how to change your rear brakes on your 2016 to 2025 Chevy Malibu. And as usual, we'll go through the whole thing together and we'll share a couple of quick tips. You are watching BrakeX. Let's get started. Now, first things first, there's 2 bolts behind the caliper, and we'll be using this 1/2-inch socket to remove them, and it should be pretty easy to do. Now once we get the 2 bolts off, we can very gently wiggle the caliper off the car, and we just be a little bit careful over here because the cable for the electric brake and the brake hose is both attached to the caliper. So we just want to very gently wiggle it off and look for a place to rest it on the top. And once we get the caliper off, the brake pads are exposed. So we can either use our fingers or a little bit easier, we can use a flathead to pry the old pads off. And we're just getting a little bit lazy over here, so we don't have to go look for the flathead. So we decided to use our fingers. Which I personally think being lazy just took us more time. But anyways, and now there's 2 bigger bolts that's holding the caliper bracket, which we'll remove right now. And I'll recommend not put a camera too close to a breaker. Now once we get the 2 bolts off, we can just take off the caliper bracket. And there's this little screw that's very fragile and prone to seizing that's holding the rotor. So we'll very gently unscrew the whole thing, and the caliper can come off. Now, once we get the old rotors off, we can grab a wire brush and just clean up any old grease or rust on the hub, and then we can apply the new greases. Now once we're done on that, it's time for the new rotors on the car. And don't forget that little screw that was holding the rotor. Now once we get the rotor back on the car, we'll work on the caliper bracket. We'll use a wire brush again to gently clean up the area where the new pads and clips is going to be set on. The idea here is not to make the bracket look brand new, it just has to be clean. And once we're done cleaning up, we can grease it up. And for today's installation, we're equipping the vehicle with BrakeX Alpha brake pads paired with Aegis GeoMet fully coated rotors. So if you've liked the video so far, or at least found us useful, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel, and check us out at brake-x.com. And now it's time to put the new clips on the bracket. And now the new clips are on the caliper bracket. We can work on the pads and let's grease it up. And here's a quick tip that we share in every single one of our video. We just need the right amount of grease on the pads. You don't want to flood your pads with grease. And flooding your pads with grease is actually one of the leading reasons why the new brakes is going to be squeaking. Now we're ready. Let's work on getting the caliper back on the car. Now there should be 4 bolts. The one holding the caliper bracket are the 2 bigger bolts. And please make sure these 2 bolts are tight. You'll not want your caliper to be shaking or wiggling. Now once your caliper bracket's intact, we can get the new pads back on the caliper. Now we'll use a caliper compression tool, push the piston back into the caliper. And this tool might not be the most intuitive to use, but it gets the job done. And this thing. And now once the piston's back into the caliper, we can put the caliper back on the car. And we're almost there. There's this two smaller bolts, and we'll quickly get it back on. And once again, make sure the bolts are tight and intact. You'll not want your caliper to be shaking or wiggling. And that wraps up this brake job. Now, once again, thank you for watching BrakeX. If you've liked the video, or at least found it useful, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to our channel, and check us out at brake-x.com. And we'll see you again next time.